In the last two videos, we talked about the 10 important predictive terms for the PMP exam. Today, we will move to the Agile side and learn the first 5 of the 10 Agile terms that every PMP student should know. These terms often show up in real exam questions, so it is important to understand them well. And here's something special. At the end of this video, I'll tell you how to get the full list of all 20 terms, 10 predictive and 10 agile. These are the most common terms you'll see on the PMP exam. You really shouldn't take the exam without knowing them well because they appear again and again in many questions. So make sure to watch until the end to get the complete list. Now, let's get started. Before we begin, I am Sabri C, founder of casePM Academy and Land of Management Academy and the instructor of the best-selling PMP Exam Prep course on Udemy. Thousands of students have already passed their exams using this course and you could be the next. Okay, here is the first Agile term you should know for the PMP exam. Servant leadership. Actually, you may see this term in one or two questions by name. But the idea behind this term is very important for the exam because many Agile questions want you to think and act like a servant leader. You can't answer most of these questions correctly unless you know what a servant leader would do in those situations. Servant leadership means the leader's main goal is to help, guide, and support the team instead of controlling them. Instead of giving orders or making all the decisions alone, a servant leader removes problems, builds teamwork, and helps the team do their best work. For example, helping team members solve a problem instead of blaming anyone, making sure the team has what they need to do their job well, listening to their worries and protecting them from too much pressure, or coaching and encouraging them to find their own solutions instead of simply telling them what to do. A servant leader provides direction and guidance, but also ensures the team has everything it needs to succeed. For instance, they help the team set clear goals, remove any blockers that stop progress, and communicate with stakeholders to protect the team's focus. They serve as a coach, mentor, and facilitator for the Scrum team. So instead of managing tasks, they focus on growing people and creating an environment where the team can succeed together. Such care and support help team members feel trusted, motivated, and confident to take ownership of their work. Here comes the second Agile term you should know for the PMP exam: the product backlog. A product backlog is a prioritized list of everything that might be needed in the product, such as features, fixes, or improvements. Simply, it is a to-do list for the product that the team will work on. Therefore, it helps the team stay focused on what brings the most value to the customer. For instance, if the customer wants a login feature, a shopping cart, and a payment option, these items will all be listed and ordered by priority in the product backlog. Or in a project management software project, the product backlog may include items such as adding a Gantt chart feature, creating a task reminder system, or improving the dashboard view. The product backlog is important because it keeps all work transparent, helps the team plan future sprints, and allows the product owner to adjust priorities as customer needs change. The product owner is responsible for the product backlog. This means they decide what items should be added, updated, or removed, and in what order they should be done. So the product owner makes sure the team always works on the most valuable and important items first. When doing that, they get help from the Scrum team and key stakeholders. This way, the product backlog always reflects both the customer's needs and the team's technical understanding of what can be done next. Now, here's the third Agile term: the Burndown chart. A burndown chart is simply a graph that shows how much work remains in a time period or project over time. We can use it to track the team's progress and see whether they are on schedule to complete all planned work before the time period ends. For instance, if the chart shows the remaining work line staying flat instead of going down, it means the team is not completing tasks as expected and may need to adjust their plan. Or if the line drops sharply in just one day, it might mean several tasks were finished at once, which could indicate that work wasn't updated regularly during the time period. Instead of a burndown chart, we can also use a burnup chart. A burnup chart is simply the opposite of a burndown chart. So here, instead of showing how much work is left, it shows how much work has been completed over time. Both are helpful tools for the Agile team to inspect their progress and adapt if needed. For instance, if the chart shows the team is falling behind, they can discuss the reasons during the daily scrum and decide how to adjust their plan or remove obstacles to get back on track. Or if the chart shows the team is finishing work faster than expected, they can discuss adding more backlog items or helping another team that needs support. By the way, if you are finding this video helpful so far, go ahead and hit that like button. It doesn't bite. It really helps more PMP students discover these tips and keeps me motivated to create more videos like this. Alright, now let's move to the next Agile term, the Kanban board. A Kanban board is a simple visual board that shows the team's work in columns like to do, in progress, and done. The team pulls items from the to-do list, works on them, and updates the board as progress is made. Here, the flow of work moves continuously from left to right. When the team finishes a task, they move it to the done column. As you can see, it's very simple and easy to follow. We can use a Kanban board to quickly see what everyone is working on and how tasks are progressing. It's helpful because it makes all the work visible, helps the team spot problems early, and keeps the workflow running smoothly. In Kanban, teams also use a work in progress limit, which means setting a maximum number of tasks that can be in the in progress column at one time. This prevents the team from working on too many things at once and helps them focus on completing tasks before starting new ones. For example, if the work in progress limit is 3 and there are already 3 tasks being worked on, no one should start a new task until one of those is finished. If too many tasks are stuck in the in progress column, the team can discuss what's causing the delay and find a way to fix it. Or if the to do column is empty, it may mean the team needs more tasks added so work can continue without interruptions. Okay, here comes the fifth term you should know for the PMP exam, the definition of done. The definition of done is a clear and shared understanding within the team of what it means for a task or product to be truly complete. It shows when the work meets all quality standards and is ready for delivery or review. Now, let's connect this to the product backlog. The product backlog should include a definition of done because it helps everyone on the team agree on what done actually means. For example, the definition of done might include items such as review completed, tested on Chrome, Microsoft Edge, and Opera, and passed the performance tests. As you can see, it works like a checklist. So, if a task has been reviewed, tested on the specified browsers, and has passed the performance tests, then we can confidently say the work is done. However, don't confuse the definition of done with the acceptance criteria. Acceptance criteria are defined separately for each task or feature and describe what must be true for that specific piece of work to be accepted. For instance, for a login feature, the acceptance criteria might include the user can log in using a valid email and password, or an error message appears when incorrect credentials are entered. The definition of done, on the other hand, is a general list that applies to all work items. In other words, there is one definition of done for the entire backlog, and it applies to every item in it. The definition of done helps the team maintain consistent quality across all work and ensures that every deliverable meets the agreed standards before it is considered complete. This makes it an essential tool for building trust, improving transparency, and ensuring that the final product meets customer expectations. Okay, as I promised at the beginning of this video, here is how you can get the full list of all 20 terms, 10 predictive and 10 agile. These are the must-know terms for the PMP exam. You simply can't pass without understanding them. Just type PMP terms in the comments and I'll send you the complete list right away. So, these were the first 5 Agile terms you need to know for the PMP exam. In the next video, we'll go over the remaining 5 Agile terms. After that, you'll know all 20 important PMP terms, both predictive and Agile. If you haven't watched the previous videos on the predictive terms yet, make sure to check them out in this playlist so you can learn the complete set of PMP terms step by step. Thanks for watching.